Welcome to the Rollin' with the Boys Radio Roadshow, hosted by three-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton. No one gets you closer to the Cowboys.
All right. First of all, let's get all this out of the way, okay? I want to thank Ronnie Soul. That's what makes everything happen for me and for y'all through the marketing tickets and all of that. Cowboy Fan Connection, www.cowboysportstours.com. 1-888, I want to say 1-800 so bad. 1-888-935-4155. If you want to get a picture of yourselves or a movie of yourselves, go to our archives and get a road show. And that's how you get on, that's how you see yourself, that's how you gonna tell me how I look. Because it ain't gonna be about y'all, to be about me. It's all about the fan. I'm glad that y'all are here. But where I start this thing off is I'm gonna talk about the Cowboys first, their injuries, what I think about it, going forward, then I'll talk about a little bit about the Cardinals. And here we go about the Cowboys. First issue, Tony Romo. We know he got a few things in his back that's loose. They still say it's a game time decision. My personal opinion. My name is Nate Newton. Nate Newton, former Dallas Cowboys for you that don't know out there. Okay, back to Tony Romo. You didn't know that. I wouldn't have put Tony in the game, back in the game last year. I wouldn't have done that. I told my wife all week, he wouldn't even be in practice this week. All he'll be doing is healing this week and next week and the bye and get ready to play him then. So, and I'm still sticking to that because I was one of the few people a couple of years ago didn't think that Jason Whitney should have played when he got his spleen busted. I just believe that if you save a guy early, you'll get him on the back end long. And we know that Tony is a big investment for us, not only as a player, but as to the Cowboys, as monetary, he kind of a lot against our cap. So if he's not on the field, he's dead money. That's what we call dead money in the salary cap era. We need him to be on the field and to be positive. That's Tony Romo, that's my thoughts, that's how I feel. You know, I'm an honest person. You ask me a question, I'm trying to give you an honest answer. The next biggest worry for me is our offensive line. We lost Doug Free 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We replaced him with Jeremy Parnell. That's been working okay. Ronald Leary has a strained groin. That's our left guard. We're going to replace him with Bernardo. I don't know how that's going to work. I know he can play. But now, for those of you who understand, offensive line is the most key position because it's 5 guys trying to work in concert together. They got to be on the same page when it comes to pass blocking. They got to be on the same page when it comes to run blocking. Even though all these guys have been proven veterans, just one guy that misses communication. Now we're looking at Brandon Wheaton over there with Tony and who's our next quarterback, I don't even know. I guess we'll run the Wildcat from that. So that's a big word for me because even though Bernardo can play, we need for him to be outstanding. Now my next concern is DeMarcus Lawrence. He's coming back this week. The kid we got second round out of Boise. Is he really ready for what's happening out there on that field? Is he really ready for that Pro Bowl or that above average type of say Boise? You know, you can run around Boise all day, you can run around Florida A&M all day, but you ain't even facing Florida A&M, you're facing a professional athlete. And I think when a rookie gets hurt, no matter what position, that it takes time. So I'm gonna be patient with it, but we do need an edge rusher. Crawford's coming back, linebacker. I think his name is Jack Crawford. I may have got that first name wrong, Mr. Crawford, excuse me. But he's going to be there because we lost Justin Durant. Justin Durant is our all-do-everything linebacker. He can play every position. He can, he's the guy that handles the play calling when Rolando McClain is out and when Sean Lee went out. He was our guy who was going to be handling the play calling for us, lining everybody up. But we've lost him. So Anthony Hitchens, Crawford, and we know Rolando McClain will have to play even more. And so we can get this thing going and we can keep it going. Bruce Carter will be back. He'll be back. So that's going to be a positive. He was playing well before he left out with his hamstring. So our defense didn't play well last week. They didn't tackle well. They've all admitted that. And, you know, and I don't think, first of all, that our defense is our strongest point. But as a unit, they're very strong. I don't think at this point we have, like we just say, hey, you know, this is a gangster guy. This is the guy that's gonna make a whole bunch of plays. Or this is the guy that can dominate the game like J.J. Watts. J.J. Watts can dominate a game for Texas. You know, when you got a Jason Pierre-Paul like the Giants, a guy that can just take over a game and just almost virtually put their defense on their back. We don't have that guy. You may get somebody that emerge like that, but at this point we don't have that. So as long as our defense can get back to playing well, and what our defense did in the first 6 games was they tackled well. When they caught the ball, it was brought to the ground. When they broke through the line, they brought the guy down. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. Barry Church was one of our better tackles. He didn't do it. Rolando McClain, one of our better tackles, he didn't do it. It's 2 where he had a guy for losses, turned into first downs, and where Church missed a few, and they turned into big mega gains. So if they can get back to being where they're supposed to be and playing hard, we got opportunity to win this game due to the fact that we can run the ball. Now, we're going against the defense in the Cardinals. It's only giving them 77 yards a game, but last week, against the Eagles, they gave up almost 500 yards on offense. And 100 of that was rushed. So they can be rushed on. Their road record's 2-1. At home, they're pretty tough, but on the road, they're 2-1. Like I said, I was telling a young man earlier, Peterson is back. He passed his concussion test. So they got Cromartie, that's a good corner. They got Peterson. They got the Honey Badger and Tyrann Matthews back there. They got a nice tackle and a guy named Frosty Rucker. And they got 2 kids from Texas. I think one of them is named Okafor. And another one, give me the other outside guy from Texas. Give me the other guy. Come on now. Sam Macho. Sam Macho. See, I promise you, if you're a Cowboy fan, I will not make you look bad. But if you're a Cardinals fan, you may get tested. So, but that's all I want to say. I just want to give you an idea that if the Cowboys can win, if they run the ball well, if they don't make boneheaded mistakes, I mean pre-snap mistakes like jumping off sides, you know, stuff like that right there, what you call that when you grab a dude behind his horse collar. See, they didn't have it when I played. You just grab a dude and got him on the ground. But when you don't make those kind of bonehead mistakes, and the way you don't make them bonehead mistakes is make sure you're in position to make the right play. Notice snap kind of coming out of the huddle, be adjusted, be ready. Same with the defense. As long as they can line up, don't blow coverages, we got a chance to beat this thing. And the biggest matchups is not so much, I think, the players, as they got a gangster coach in Bruce Arians. This guy was a career assistant coach. He knew how to translate what he needed to players. So when he hired his coaching staff, he went out and got people that can translate the players real good what they want done on the field. And he does a masterful job. He got Todd Bowles as his defensive coordinator, who was here at Dallas at one time. he blitzes almost 47% of the time. So they know what they're doing. They know how to play players. They've had 3 different quarterbacks, and they got the best record in the NFL. And because last year, everybody, oh, Washington got 3 different quarterbacks. Well, if your coach knows his talent, like Bruce Arians knows his talent, it should have shown the field. So it's to me, I want to see, can our Cowboys not only fix from what happened last week with the blitzes, but will they be able to handle what's coming this week from Todd Bowles? Because this is how they play. They play aggressive, one-on-one on the outsides with their corners, safety in the hole and one in the box. So we'll see. Now what we're going to do here now is we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and we're going to let you people ask the questions. We're going to let y'all put yourselves on the center stage. Once again, y'all are the smartest fans. So give yourself a hand, all right? Don't be shy. You want to talk a little football, ask me a question. Disrespectful? Come on and give yourself some. But once again, my name is Nate Newton. Technique, that's over the nose. And we'll have George Selby at the other defensive end. So that's our front 7. Yeah, let me get that name. Where you from? Cowboys, doing this thing out there, having some fun, and now this is part of the show that I really love, and that's connecting with the fans, letting them ask questions about their strength of the Dallas Cowboys, and hey, our first victim is a little kid. I hate to say it that way, please don't take it the wrong way, but we got him. Come on this week. Hello.
Hi.
Your name?
Karen.
You're where? You're from where? Besides mom and dad. What state? What city?
From Nevada.
Okay. And who is that person beside you?
The name? My daddy.
Okay. And your question is?
How are the Cowboys gonna stop the rush?
The rush. She said, how's the Cowboys gonna stop the rush? Well, they've been doing it purposely by making sure they stay in the gaps. For the defensive line is running 4-man front. Everybody hits their proper gap. Linebackers, the linebacker 28 is in there, it's number 55, and he's in there with a devastating good running team versus the run. We defend the run real well. But when he's not in there, we kind of a little shabby. So that way, if he's not in there, we have to bring up our safety church and put him out there, J.J. Wilcox. And that's how we'll try to stop the run. But if we don't stop the run, and they get to do their play action pass with Palm, it's going to be a very, very long day because I mentioned Fitzgerald, Floyd, that kid Henry can run. You know, because I'm hoping if we can stop the run and make it one dimensional, then we can sit our safeties back in. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good answer. Really, all right, with the kid. Where y'all from? Nevada. Okay, thank you. All right, so you got a little rabbit in your pocket. It's okay. You could have left a little rabbit on. Come on, man.
Maybe you'll get some corners on the offensive line.
Tell me, you answer your own, ask your own question. All right, what's your name? Let's do that. Think what his name was. Wow. Where you from?
Arizona.
Think where you from? Okay. I hate to say what's your question. I hope it ain't more than a sentence. What's your question?
Will the Marco Murray keep breaking records?
Will DeMarco Murray keep breaking records? You know what? I hope so. We need for him to have over 100 yards, but it's got to be effective 100 yards. 100 yards he got last week were made ineffective when we had a 2nd and 2. And we done ran 146 yards, but we can run 148 yards to keep the drive alive. Because we threw 3 passes. So I'm hoping that he can be effective. 100-yard games without winning is no good. So, you know, like I tell people, it's good to break records, but to be the statistical leader of the Dallas Cowboys with no playoffs and no Super Bowls, don't fare well with me. How does it fare with you? You don't care. You're tired, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're tired. All right. All right. Tell that dude who hollered at you after his own question. Come on, dude. He said he's tired. He didn't want to know his name, where he's from. Rather than know his question. Your name, man?
Tracy Green.
You're from where, Ms. Green?
Woodbridge, Virginia.
Okay, and your question is?
Okay, DeMarco Murray at number 17. I don't know who he is. But they have a fumbling issue. Are they working on that, or do you think they should work on that since they seem to fumble like every game? And, you know.
Ms. Green, sit down. Sit down. These are my own story. Now, number 17 is Mr. Harris. And that's Dwayne Harris. And, you know, if it was in my era, he would be on the bench for a little while. But due to the fact we put Joseph Randle in that, he's default. So how can you punish a guy when the guy behind him doing the same thing? All he has to do is be smart. When you break a run and go 50 yards and 8 guys tackle you, there's no more you can do. If you go back to the 49ers game, how many guys was on? 4 or 5 guys. Now the other fumble was he ran into the wide receiver, which was number 17, and fumbled. Now I can excuse that, but I can't excuse when all you have to do is be intelligent and understand, especially where you're at. You was on the 5. You're looking at a different game if you don't let that ball go. So I'm hoping the impact of that alone can say, hey, you know, I don't even hurt my team. This guy went 530-something carries before we started this streak of fumble. He was back 2 games before he did his last game. He went 2 games without fumbling. So the kid can play. He's an exceptional back, but that's going to hurt him down the road. That's going to hurt his team if you don't straighten it out. Now Harris, he didn't fumble last week. So in the NFL, we spend time saying if we can see something on film, go back 4 games as players and coaches to go back and look at this for 4 games. If they don't see you doing this for 4 or 5 games, they don't try as hard. But you can bet, because Arizona make their living after they have 10 interceptions and 10 takeaways that I know of, and they're going to try to make their living. They're going to try to make their living in the 4th quarter doing that. So I'm thinking, I know the special teams coach, he works on it. And I know the running back coach, he works on it, but it still comes down to the players. So I'm hoping that they understand what it can cost us. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Green. All right, girl. You had to make a brother sit down. How you doing, name? Your name, sir? Andrew. Now, Andrew didn't want to come up. I forced Andrew up there. I told him, come on up, you look good, he's fresh and shaved and everything. So, yeah, he's got the beard and stuff. But Andrew, the question I want to ask you is, and you heard this before, but you probably even said it. If you were the GM of the Dallas Cowboys,
You pull that one.
yeah, we pull that one, and we are right now 11-5. 11-5. But we need to win this playoff game. What player, offensive, defensive, that you think will help us win the game?
I will first go back to the linebacker.
A linebacker,
Shut it down.
shut down and run the linebacker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get help.
Okay, well, and you know what? That's what we need. We lost Sean Lee. We lost the Randall. We tried to replace him. We tried to replace him with Anthony. He's a young guy. We tried to replace him with Rolando McClain, but he's been off for 18 months, so he's getting nicked up and banged up. So I don't know if he's gonna make it in the season. So you got it on top of it, man. I mean, did you think long about that before you decided to sign right? Or did you say this is what the Cowboys need? All right, okay. All right, give us your name again. Andrew, where you from?
Mexico.
See, if y'all go to New Mexico and drink water, you can end quick like Andrew. Upstate New Mexico. You take a shot at my boy upstate. But now y'all come on up. Y'all come on up and I'll continue to talk. Because I may pull this young lady here up in a minute, but I'm telling you, that was a good question, Ms. Green. Andrew, that was a great question right there, because we are hurting. I like 4 down players. And what I mean by that is, I got it in the first, second, and third, whether it's pass, whether it's run, and the teams that don't have to bring a lot of players on and off the field, are teams that are set, that are teams that have depth. Like Peterson for the Cardinals, never come off the field. Church for us never come off the field. Our corners never come off the field. What we need is to have a linebacker like Durant that never came off the field. So if you can get a guy, you can get 4 or 5 guys that stay on the field, then you can build depth. If you got to be interchanging all the time, due to injury, due to a guy can't play this and play that, you lose depth. Now people say it's good that a bunch of guys do a lot of different things, but I always had to understand that you got to do one thing good, and then you work on the rest. So, that's just my feeling. Come on, beautiful. Your name, man? And where you from? Now you think because you said that over there earlier, I'm going to remember that and I'm not going to ask you where you're from. Yeah, but y'all didn't even time, but they're going to do the radio show. Say it. Your question is?
Miss Carter, assistant
You know what? I've had my thumb broken playing in the cast, and it was kind of hard to block guys, but I figured it out. And I've never had broke this knee, and I still played. I don't know, because I hadn't tackled anybody to try to catch a ball, but just running and knocking somebody down on the field.
Yeah, but you got to tackle them.
Yeah, they've been in the show, knocking guys, and you want to hit with your shoulder. No, that's son, this shouldn't be hard. He kind of broke with his middle finger, so it'll be sticking out a little bit, you know, to give you the ugly look, but if a fan won't stop this cat attacking somebody, he'll be good. Don't worry. We're going to send you back to town for victory. Come on up here. Come on up now. Your name, man?
Sharon.
And you're from?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wow. We're going to see how smart he really is. No, that's not nothing on you, but okay, your question?
How would you compare the offensive line today as when you played?
You know, that's a good question. And like I tell people, man, they can't compare us. Because number one, they only played 7 games, so they can't compare us. I know when they was assembling their offensive line, before these other first rounders got here, they were just as bad as we were starting. And now that they've got them in place, they're doing a great job. And I tell people it's unfair to them because you're talking about we were multiple. Everybody on our offensive line was either Pro Bowl or All Pro. So we can't compare because we won Super Bowls, NFC championships. But one thing I can say about these guys is we never had 7 consecutive 100-yard games either. We never had that, so I know these guys got to make it to be something special. But will the coaches utilize? Will they stay injury-free? Will they be able to continue on? Because only time tells you how good you are, or how people perception of how good you are. You know, just saying how I compare them, they got nastiness, they tough, they definitely smart. They are smart because if you take the sacks came, we had, I think, 5 or 7 sacks. And 5 and 4 of them came from DBs. That came 10 or more yards off the 10 or less yards off the line of scrimmage. So the offensive line blocked who they had to block. Tony missed some reads, and some running backs missed some reads, and some wide receivers didn't break off some. So they got potential to be great. Now, boy, Andrew, you did a good job. All right. Come on, man. So you got to come closer. Your name? Wow. Okay, and you're from New Jersey? So, New Jersey. What's your question?
Does Romo play Sunday?
No. Even if he was Sunday, no. You know, when he got hurt, no. When he went back in the game, no. No. You don't play Thanksgiving, no. You don't play during the bye week, no. You play after the bye week, no. You don't play. He's valuable because he knows our offense. He's been in this team for 7, 8, 9 years. He's a liability because of what we're talking about. His back got hurt. And I was telling my wife coming over, he took a shot. Game 4, a shot. Game 4, shot. Okay, when does the shot stop taking effect? When do you think, and see, this is what I try to tell people, oh man, I can make it through. I can fight this pain. But if you go back to the 49ers game, he was throwing the ball and everything was with his upper body. Then a week later, you see him drop back and snap and follow through with his legs. Well, do you want to go back to where he got to do everything with just his upper body? You don't want that because that leads to intercept. That leads to bad things. So I believe that between games 7 and 12, you have to either pull away from the pack or the pack's going to catch you. And right now the Cowboys have 6 wins. Let's say these 5 games, 8 through 12, let's say they be 2 and 3, but they still at 8. You got 4 games left to win 2. If you're trying to win the division, or to win 1 more, you get into the wild card. Because I don't think the wild card coming out of the NFC West. Because they're going to beat each other up. They still got yet to play each other. That's San Francisco, that's Seattle, and that's the Cardinals. The Cardinals are rolling right now. So if the Cowboys can get past them, let's say the Cowboys 3-2 off these 5 games. Now we're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we got 1 win for 4 more games. 2 wins, now we win the division. So, no, don't play Tony no more. You know, and I just believe being smart and knowing what to do in a situation like this. Now, I'm not Jason Garrett, and I don't have Jerry behind me saying this is what I want, this is what I need. I just believe that if you look at a guy, if you look at Tony, the first shot he took, from the first shot he took in the first quarter, you can see he wasn't right. And I do a show for Fox, a post-game show, so I'm sitting there watching with a bunch of the guys. I say, Tony threw. They're like, what? I say, he threw. He couldn't feel the pressure. He was stopping, trying to get Jason Witten in the right place. And y'all remember early in the game when he was stopping, he looked, he pulled Jason Witten into the backfield, trying to get it right. And when they pulled Jason Witten into the backfield, they took their 3 techniques, which sits over the left guard, and put him on the right guard. And so they switched to the protection over there, and they brought the linebacker, a corner off that same side, and they don't check their protection. So it wasn't only Tony not knowing where it was coming from, it was our coaches not knowing where it's coming from, but Tony was the recipient of all of that. So now that he's the recipient of all of that, get him help. Help as he can be. Just like I tell you, I tell my son about drugs, He always made me sit down on the screen. Come on, man, bro. He always made me sit down. Good question, Joe. Your name, sir?
Nathan. Arizona.
Nathan? It's not Nathaniel.
It's Nathaniel. You can call me Nathaniel.
Yeah, I'm Nathaniel. Pleased to meet you, man. Yeah. Be proud of your name, Nathan, man. Don't make it easy for nobody, man. My teacher used to mess with my name. Nathaniel Well. No, ma'am, Nathaniel. No, excuse me. I said, you the teacher. I wish you would give me an elf. But back then, you made elves. I don't know what they made me either. I wasn't so smart. But where you from? Phoenix, Arizona. Wow.
We brought along some.
Yeah, they ain't got the guts. Yeah, they ain't got the guts to come on here. What's your question?
When's the battle tomorrow? Number 1 rusher in the league or the number 2 rusher defense?
That's hard to say. Because these guys have the ability to stop the Dallas Cowboys. Because they got a good safety to come up and put in the box. And like I said, I don't know if we'll have all our Ronald Leary is a question mark. So we got Ronaldo, who's okay. He's above average left guard. And so we'll see, man. Todd Bowles is, like I said, he's been there, so he kind of knows the philosophy of how the Cowboys think and what they want to do. So, man. That's what it's Hey, you, Carmen, let's go. Get one of y'all. Don't make a difference. Whoever man enough. Whoever man enough. Yeah, who's the bigger man? I'm gonna let you walk. Your name? Eric. Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. Where's he from?
He's from Chino Valley.
Chino Valley. No, I don't know where it's at. But, is it Super Bowl playing that next year? Yes, sir. Wow, it's bad. Y'all won't be in it. Hey, let me say this right here. And I'm a realist. Y'all got a great head coach, man. And he makes a lot of in-game adjustments. And he does well with his quarterbacks. And when you put your boy Love with Indianapolis, he helped them there. So he's a good guy. But tell me this right here. Y'all offensive line is iffy. What they already knew about that.
That's the only weakness.
I don't want to hurt the Cardinals fan.
I was supposed to ask you a question.
Yeah, okay, well, what's your question, right? What's your question, Eric? You walk up here, I'll tell you something, I love it, bro. You walk up here, you ain't cutting from the camera. Yeah, don't put his hand up on me. I see where he going with this. I'm not gonna let you do it. But now, what's your question, bro?
How you gonna stop a man from John Brown?
You know what? He is a sly guy. And even though Bruce Arians move all his players around so you can't focus on him, he's a sly guy. He'll draw Atlanta scandals a lot. And because y'all got Ford and Fitzgerald, they used in their own right. So that's who Scandrick has been playing lights out. So he's a veteran, he's gonna be crafty. But as long as we, like I said, as long as we tap. See what John Brown and Fitzgerald is great at is once they catch that ball, they turn into beasts. Yeah, so I mean, you walk around that way, feeling good about yourself. I'm gonna say like I told the New Orleans Saints fans, y'all ain't no good on the road. No. Yeah, I like that, Eric. Yeah, you didn't want to do, come on, man. I'm like, the bigger man, come on, you sat there and drop your head. Come on, man. Man, your name? Donna, where you from?
Cardinals.
Oh, you from here? Oh, it's Arkansas. Okay, I thought about this. Okay. Yeah, can you get the boots? Yeah, get the boots, man. Yeah. You're a cowboy. All right, your question?
I've got two, and you can pick one.
I can answer both of them.
Okay. What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you after you became pro?
Oh, the craziest thing I ever did after I became pro, let me tell you what I did. My ex-wife hated this. I was 300, I was 300, 400 pounds, and I was at the Super Bowl. We played the Super Bowl in Arizona. Anyway, so we won. We was talking to the media, and I was just putting on a show. I'm not talking noise, I'm talking noise. I got my uniform. And so this guy had wanted to interview me all night, right? And so I'm like, ignoring him because at that time I wanted to be on the big time ESPN. I didn't want to talk to no little local yoga dude. So all the players had left. I was standing there talking. My little son was there. He probably don't even remember this. He graduated from Texas a year or so back. And so I'm taking off my clothes and everything. And this dude just was hanging around. And all the media, for some reason, they just run out of my locker room. And so the dude called me. And I ran out butt naked. Can you imagine 400 pounds or whatever it is? Can you imagine that? And so I ran out there butt naked and they showed that thing on Letterman or something. They have my face and they showed how to show the blur. They're like, hey, this is how it's coming. Guess who that is? My wife recognized, my ex-wife recognized and she was like, oh, shit, baby, when you're inside, you can't see that no more. But anyway, I'm holding on to the kids here. Anyway. Okay, now what's the next one?
Okay, the next one is,
Y'all don't think that was funny. Y'all said that's a little vision. That's a little bit of vision.
my cousin is, we want to know what really happened to the bottom of the pile after a fumble.
Oh, nothing for me. Nothing. I see some guys, and it's amazing. I think I recovered 5 fumbles over my career playing football for the Cowboys and 1 year for the Panthers. And never no pinching, boning, none of that for me. I mean, it wasn't never none of that. I hear guys, now I've seen guys do that, going at it, tugging and going crazy, but it never happened to me because
They don't want to mess with you.
I guess once I covered the ball up, I guess my stomach was so big they couldn't see it. You got to get the grab what you see. It just never, but now I've seen guys cussing, gouging and, trying to do everything they can do, but me, it never happened. So I'm sorry. Thank you, Ms. Nunn. All right, girl, take it easy. Fast You know? Come on, brother.
First of all, let's shake your hand.
Your name, sir? Stuart Pierce. Stuart who? Pierce. All right, where you from, Stuart? High Point, North Carolina. High Point, North Carolina. Where's that? That's a low point? What's your question, brother?
Well, Peterson is playing this tomorrow, and what's the chances of the X's going up?
You know that I don't know that, and you know he got knocked out last game, but he's back this week, and Des commands that type of respect. Like, you wouldn't think I to play the Redskins, but he does command that type of respect. And last time they looked up, you know, Peterson was on him. Last time he played that Cowboy was on there, so you know, Des made Seattle break out of their deal. Put Richards on, so he should be on him, but we just don't know. You know, if he ain't on him, the other dude on number 26, we're gonna eat him alive. Yeah, we're gonna scorch him, or Williams gonna bust him up anyway. Yeah, look when she look over there. Yeah, any more questions, please? Let me see the spirits. All right,
That's a
yeah, thank you, man. You want to shake hands? All right, cool. Oh, heck of a high school player. Come on, man. Your name, sir? Jason. Jason, tell everybody where you're from and what school you play high school ball at.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, Colorado High School.
Did y'all win anything? Was y'all state champs? What position did you play?
It was, well, I guess it's probably I was kind of small, right? So probably like a bench, right?
But hold on, you told me earlier you played defensive end. What, I mean, now you told me you played defensive end of the bench? Yeah. Wow, man. Wow. You was right. See, you don't want your boys to see, but they look at this movie and say, hey man, you lied, you know you didn't play.
We were 4-6 for senior year, so that's it's not good.
Well, the same thing in my high school. I think my senior year we went 7-3, something like that. But we was terrible when I was in high school. We was 3A, playing in the 5A division. We had big kids, but we used to go over where we get tired. So my only comeback was, you know, at the end of the year, they were like, y'all sorry, but I said, y'all going to college, you now. Did you tell them that shit?
That's okay.
And you will tell us something off. What's your question, brother?
What's up with Joseph Ransom?
You know,
Shoplifting?
but you know what? When I first heard that, you know, and I do a show for the Cowboys. I do a lot of shows. I did a show for the Cowboys, and they caught me off guard. One of the young gentlemen said, "What do you think about Joseph Randall and the underwear incident?" And at first, he's a thief. I went off because that's what my dad did to me when I took something. He just made me feel so. And I made him take it off backwards. I didn't dare to fire him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. And his dad came to his defense, and his college coach came to his defense, and his high school coach came to his defense. You know what? And I've learned, because I've been a bad person a lot. It's just certain things you don't do. And I hope that he learned. And it's kind of hard for me to believe that you do this, and then somebody come back and give you the money for it and say, hey, come speak at school. So what are you going to say to the first kid? Say, hey, I'm going to be like you. I'm going to steal some money, but I'm going to be a ball player, and they're going to pay me for it. What are you going to say to him? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm just saying. But that's what I think about the Joseph Brown. You know, some things you just can't answer for, you just don't do it. So that's about it. Don't put the ball on the ground. I always say he's still underwear, but don't put the ball on the ground. That's wrong. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. What you think?
Well, yeah, I think I agree with you. You know.
Wow, man. Now you're an awesome team player. So did you give guys water when they ran off the field?
I did get to play some, but I think it's a normal thing, you know, a little disagreement with the coach. You know?
Okay. You want the team draft? It's coming out now. Wow. What y'all stood up there. What was it that the coach didn't like about it?
It was probably punctuality.
All right, so is your wife here? Is he on time with most everything y'all do? Well, I didn't hear you. So I'm going to let you go, all right? Before you get sleep. All right. Come up. If you want to come up again, come on up, young lady. Walk up the stairs. There you go, beautiful. You're going to give us your name again.
Karen.
Your question is, Karen?
The Cowboys gonna win tomorrow.
You know what? I've never picked the Cowboys to lose. I always say they can win. I always like that.
Yes.
Do you have a score or you haven't thought about a score?
I'm not sure. I wanted them from last time and
You do too well there. Maybe this time. So are you in school yet? So what school do you go to?
first grade.
Okay, that's a good school. Walk back to the back and you go. I mean, I'm going to tell y'all something. That, you know, I've always been of this right here. My dad taught me this right here. You know, I always grab a small piece of something. A small piece of something can add up. You do it if a small piece of right things. You do a lot of it, it can pay off big. You know, the jack of all trades, master of none. I don't believe in that. You know, I believe, I do a pregame show for ESPN. I do a postgame TV show for Fox. During the week, I work for the Dallas Cowboys. I lost all this weight for Dr. Kim. Now I work for him. I work for Miss Ronnie Sokol here with Cowboy Fan Connection. I work for her. I do things for her. So I believe that if you do a little bit, a lot of things right. There you go, Miss Green. I see you working with you. If you do that, then you can have a lot. And I stay busy because if I don't stay busy, I tend to travel a lot. And see, my wife get mad when I travel a lot because I don't come back home. Oh, no, I ain't coming back home. What? I ain't coming back home. I go every week. I go, so I have to make sure I got something to keep me home. Now she's enough to keep me home, but I be telling her to come home. She don't want to come home, but she got to work. So I be home.
Welcome to the Rollin' with the Boys Radio Roadshow, hosted by three-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton.